What's up, y'all? We back at it with another chapter of Chainsaw Man. And yo, when it comes to Yoru, I thought she was one of the good guys, but like over the past few chapters, I'm starting to realize I was wrong. And I'm thinking back what Asa said to your boy Denji when she was like, hey yo, you don't have no idea what she has planned for this world. And like just seeing what she did in this chapter and how she was in the previous chapter, I'm pretty sure, man, it's gonna be one of those situations similar to like Chainsaw Man Part 1, when Denji's gonna be forced to take out the person he loved. Like I can't see no way around it. I don't think Asa has the right mind strength or mental strength to combat with Yoru. And Yoru is she's crazy, man. Like I was liking her as a character, but now I'm starting to dislike her, especially after what she did in this chapter. But we about to get into it, man. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. I greatly appreciate it, and let's get to it, man. So the chapter starts off where you got the real Famine Devil throwing rocks at people, trying to cause, you know what I'm saying, terror. And you see she's unsuccessful. She's like, yo, I'm trying to cause terror in order to save you guys. And instead, these people are getting mad. And when it comes to the new Famine Devil, or the real Famine Devil, she's an idiot. I gotta be honest with you, she's a straight up idiot, you know? And you know, she's throwing rocks at these people and they're getting pissed and they're like, hey yo, it looked like they were about to walk over there and try to kick her ass. I'm gonna be honest with you, it looked like they were gonna walk over there and kick her tail. And then it's messed up because she throw one rock and it hits the little kid. It looked like it bust his eye. It was blood all everywhere. I mean, it could have like grazed him at the top or something and the blood's just leaking, but the way that panel looks, like he took one to the eye. And of course you got it where everyone's just looking at her like, they're looking at her like, hey yo, we about to jump her. Like, yo, you win, you win, like let's get her. Like that's the way the situation is. And then you have it where the Fallen Devil shows up and like, yo, she says, you silly goose. I haven't heard that since I was in elementary school. You silly goose. I don't even know how I would react to that. But she's like, you silly goose, that's anger, not terror. You know, let me show you what terror looks like. And you already know the Fallen Devil is brutal. When we first got introduced to her character at the beginning of Part 1, she was kind of vicious. So I can only imagine what she's about to do. But then it jumps to your boy Denji and the fake Chainsaw Man. And he's asking the fake Chainsaw Man what mistake he made. And as he's asking that, you have it where all these people are flying past both of them. And that's due to the agent devil. I mean, not agent, but the Fallen Devil using, you know, their abilities. And so you got it where they're flying past. The fake Chainsaw Man, for him to be a person who was all about justice, granted, I knew I know he's being controlled by the Death Devil, but you would think he would still be somewhat like hesitant to like let these people just fly past him to their death. And then you have this one moment where this girl is like screaming out no, and Denji's like able to grab her. He grabs her, and you know, then he grabs onto like a sign, I guess a crossing sign, to keep himself from being pulled in that direction since he's holding this girl. And then you have it where, you know, the fake Chainsaw Man said, did you save her because she's a woman? And Denji didn't really answer the question, but I imagine Denji helped her because I know Denji like does some messed up stuff, but for the most part, he's not gonna harm a person unless they try to harm him or they're doing harm to others. So he didn't answer her, but we as the readers, we all know the answers. He would have helped her regardless. But you have it where Denji like screams out to Yoru. He says, help me. And you see where Yoru is just looking at it. And for a moment, I'm looking like, okay, Yoru's about to give him a hand and taking down this fake Chainsaw Man. But then she does the bang move and she shoots the arm that's holding on to Denji. So I'm not gonna lie, it's funny, but messed up at the same time. It's one of those funny, messed up things, you know, because I shouldn't have laughed, and I'm about to laugh now, but the shit was funny. It's messed up, but it was funny. But you have it where she shoots the arm, and the lady Like, this is the part that made it funny to me. The lady who got her arm shot off while she was holding on to Denji. She's just looking like, no way. Like, she thought she was about to be saved. And then the way they drew the panel of her getting thrown further and further away, well, falling further and further away, was just crazy. And then you have it where Yoru just busts out laughing, saying like, yo, did you see the way she screamed? No way. And she's just having a good old time laughing. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm starting to think like, yo, she can't be trusted. Now, I don't know if it's more so because she don't know how to deal with her emotions and feelings towards Denji. Maybe that has a part to play. Or if she's just like straight out evil. Because I know her mind and Asa mind is linked, so you would think some of the good deeds that Asa wants to do would like would influence her somewhat. I'm not saying it would make her do all good things, but it would have some type of influence on her decisions. That doesn't seem to be the case, and I know it was like that at the beginning of her introduction, because there were moments where she did stuff and she was like, man, I've only did that because of the way Asa feels. So it feels as if now they're completely separate entities. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just me reading too much into it. You guys can let me know, but they feel like separate characters, man. And what she just did to that lady, man, like I said, it messed up but funny at the same time. And then just the fact that she laughed about it. It'd be one thing if she did it and it happened, but the fact that she laughed about it is just straight up cruel and ruthless. And I'm surprised the fake Chainsaw Man didn't get angered by that and tried to go straight after her, like forgot about his attacking Denji and just went straight for her. I'm very surprised he didn't do that, because he's so all high and all involved into justice or seeking justice. But I mean, then again, it might just be because now he's under the control of the Death Devil and he can't go outside his mission. Maybe that's the case, but it still seems like they have free will to a certain extent. At least that's the vibes I'm getting from, you know, him, as well as, you know, the real Famine Devil. The next thing you know, you got it where Denji looks at him, and I'm not sure if Denji is saying this, but it looks like he might have been the one to say. He says, "You look cute, but you were a devil all along." You know what? It was Denji who said. He said, "You look cute, but you were a devil all along." And then you got it where she says, but you know, Yoru says to Denji, like, "I'm the only woman you need, aren't I?" And it seems as if she only attacked him because she was jealous. It seemed like that's why she attacked that woman, shot the hand, and made the woman go off to her death. It's because, you know, Denji grabbed her, and I guess in her eyes, she viewed it as Denji showing affection towards another woman, and that's not something she likes. So I guess it could be like her jealousy, like the jealousy from Asa and them, like, you know, just overwhelming her, where she's just overwhelmed with jealousy and she just didn't handle it the right way, or either she's just a straight up monster. It's one of the two, and I'm leaning more towards the monster, because if it was just jealousy, I don't think she would have laughed at the end of it. I think she would have been like, yo, why are you messing with this girl? Like, what's going on? But in this situation, I would think Yoru would be smart enough to notice that, I'm stuttering and stuff, but to notice that your boy Denji was just trying to save her because it's the right thing to do, not because he had any involvement with her or that he liked her or had a crush on her. You would think Yoru would be able to see that, but apparently she wasn't. And all this happened right in front of the fake Chainsaw Man, and he's just observing. And I'm curious, like I just said a moment ago, I'm curious how he's going to handle this situation. Is he going to feel upset at what Yoru just did to that innocent girl, or is he just going to just continue his mission on trying to cause terror, you know, for the Death Devil? But that's how the chapter ends, and like I said, man, messed up situation. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And what do you think about Yoru? Do you think it's going to come to a final battle between Yoru and your boy Denji? Let me know. Curious to hear your thoughts. I'll catch you in the next one, man. Peace.